The rain was a greasy curtain clinging to the Packard's windshield as Silas wrestled with the ignition. It had stalled just outside Oakhaven, a town that shouldn't have existed, a town that breathed wrong. The oak leaf emblem, encircled by thorns, felt like a brand seared into his memory. "Damn thing," he muttered, knuckles white against the wheel. "Just when I thought we were clear." Elias beside him hadn't moved. Not a blink, not a breath, just that unsettling, vacant gaze fixed on the rain. The light catching his skin now seemed to highlight the subtle changes Silas had been noticing, the slight elongation of his jaw and the unsettling stillness that had replaced his usual nervous energy. "You all right?" Silas asked, more out of habit than expectation. No response. Elias hadn't spoken properly since they'd entered Oakhaven's perimeter. He's been murmuring, a low hum like a broken radio picking up static from another world. The rain intensified, and the shadows seemed to deepen, twisting the trees along the road into grotesque, reaching figures. A figure emerged from the gloom, a man dressed in antiquated clothing, his face etched with an unsettling calmness. "Trouble with your vehicle?" the man asked, his voice a low, sonorous drone. Silas gripped the steering wheel tighter. "Just a bit of a hiccup. Everything's fine." "Oakhaven welcomes those in need," the man said, gesturing towards the town. "We have mechanics, and warmth, and understanding." Silas felt a chill crawl down his spine. "We're just passing through," he said, trying to keep his voice steady. "Passing through is a choice," the man said, his smile unsettlingly wide. "Everything is a choice." More figures emerged from the darkness, their faces obscured by the rain and shadows. They were all dressed the same, their expressions uniformly blank. "Let us assist you," another man said, stepping forward. "It's the neighborly thing to do." Silas knew with a certainty that defied logic, but they weren't being offered help. They were being offered something else, something he didn't want. He slammed the ignition again. The engine sputtered, coughed, and then died. "Lovely," Silas groaned. The Oakhaven residents closed in, their movements slow, deliberate. "Perhaps a closer look is required," one of them said, reaching for the door handle. Silas shoved him back and scrambled out of the car. "Stay away from him." He ran deeper into the rain-soaked woods. He could hear the Oakhaven residents pursuing him, their footsteps muffled by the leaves and mud. He didn't know where he was going, only that he had to get away from them, away from Oakhaven, away from Elias. He stumbled upon a circular clearing, a strange, unnatural space in the heart of the woods. In the center stood a massive structure, a building constructed of dark, unfamiliar stone, its windows dark and empty. An unsettling silence permeated the clearing, a stark contrast to the sounds of pursuit fading behind him. He pushed open a heavy wooden door, stepping into a vast, circular chamber. Portraits lined the walls, their subjects staring down at him with unsettling familiarity. A shattered music box lay on a pedestal in the center of the room, its melody forever silenced. A voice echoed through the chamber, chilling him to the bone. "Welcome, Silas Harding." He spun around, searching for the speaker. A figure emerged from the shadows, an old man, his face gaunt and hollow, his eyes burning with an unsettling light. "Who are you?" Silas demanded, his hand instinctively reaching for the Colt .45 tucked into his waistband. "I am the caretaker," the man replied, his voice a low murmur. "I've been expecting you." "Expecting me? What is this place? What do you want?" "This is Oakhaven, a place of harmony, a place where the past is remembered and the future is guided." He gestured around the chamber. "We have watched you, Silas Harding. We have observed your involvement." "Involvement in what?" "In the unfolding of the grand design. You are a key component, Silas, a vessel for change." He paused, and his gaze fell on Elias, who stood silently in the doorway, his eyes devoid of expression. "And he is a conduit." Silas's mind reeled. Grand design? Conduit? What was he talking about? He looked back at Elias, a wave of dread washing over him. The subtle changes, the vacant gaze, the unsettling stillness, they all made sense now. Elias wasn't just being influenced, he was being transformed. "You're insane," Silas said, trying to keep his voice steady. "Perhaps," the caretaker conceded with a sad smile, "but the truth, Silas, is often madness to those who cannot comprehend it. The ancient ones grow restless, the veil between worlds thins, and Elias, dear Elias, holds the key." He extended a hand, offering it to Silas. "Join us, Silas. Embrace the harmony. Become one with the grand design. You can prevent the return." Silas stared at the outstretched hand, his mind struggling to grasp the enormity of what was being offered. A chance to stop whatever was coming, a chance to save Elias. But at what cost? He looked at Elias, standing silently in the doorway, and knew that whatever choice he made, it would change everything. He felt the cold steel of the Colt in his hand, and the weight of the world pressing down on his shoulders. He thought of Havenwood, of the Liber Umbrarum, the chilling words of Old Man Blackwood. He thought of the Guardian and the Keeper's invitation. The rain hammered against the windows, mirroring the turmoil in his soul. He looked back at the outstretched hand, and made a decision.